Today our topic is going to be deer management. I chose deer management because it means a lot to me. I'm an avid hunter. I think it's very important to take care of the wildlife and be a good steward of the land. A lot of people don't understand the benefit to providing the best nutrition, the best habitat, the best management practices you can to a deer herd on your property to make it as successful as possible. I do that in a couple different ways. One of the main things I try to provide the deer is an adequate food source, whether that be through protein feed that I use, food plots, and certain stuff like that. Everything up from trapping of predators to help the deer herd and all the other wildlife out to try to grow and be a better herd and have the best chance possible, the best life. Some other ways that I do that is during the hunting season, hunting bucks, you don't want to kill 1, 2, 3-year-old deer. You need to give the deer a chance to grow to mature to get the optimal health, their size of the racks, their body, to kill a good mature deer to keep everything in balance. Another thing, going back to the food plots, if you have a piece of property, you need to take your acreage and divide it into a certain amount that you're going to plan on feeding deer with food plots. I try to do my land 20% of food plots, and the other that I can't make up for that, I try to make up with feeding protein to the deer during the summer months. Especially from January to September is when deer really need the adequate nutrition they need to kick back from the hard winter when everything's been overbrowsed, they haven't had much to eat, and especially the bucks and does are run down after the rut. So from January to September is a very crucial time to feed these deer and make sure they have everything they need. Also, the passing of does and bucks, you want to keep that in a certain range. You don't want to not kill any does. You want to kill a certain amount of does to a certain amount of bucks to have the ratio right. Because if you have too many does in a deer herd, the bucks aren't going to have to work hard to go find a mate during the rut to breed with. So you want to have fewer does so the bucks get out during the daytime looking for those does and don't stay nocturnal where you can't hunt them, because you can't hunt deer at nighttime legally. Also, with my property, I prescribe burning on the property to help the deer herd, the turkeys. It helps everything. If you burn in the wintertime when everything's dormant, you're going to have fresh growth come up in the springtime, and that really takes a lot of pressure off the food plots, the protein, the feed, and helping the deer have something fresh growth to eat to stabilize them during the summer months. And all the other wildlife, the turkeys, the rabbits, the quail, the deer, everything benefits off of doing that. A lot of people, I'd say, are fly-by-night hunters. They want to come in a week or two before the season comes in and start putting out corn and stuff. And yeah, you might get lucky doing stuff like that, but me and a lot of other people that deer hunt, we kind of do a year-round thing. It's a 65-day-a-year thing. You have to really take care of these deer to give them the best that they can. And all I can do is encourage y'all, if you want to get into deer hunting, you need to try to put your best foot forward effort, do everything you can to succeed in deer hunting. I personally like to do it just to be a good steward of the land and to take care of the animals and the wildlife.